Weekly hairdressing appointments are the highlight of the week for dementia residents, those that have the advantage of having that activity. Most retirement villages have a hairdresser salon, and there's so many benefits to going to the hairdresser: the socialisation, the normalisation, the hairdresser becoming a friend, getting to know the other ladies that go, chances are, at the same time. So all these benefits of the weekly hairdressing appointment can go a long way to normalising the life of a person in a dementia facility, along with the regular newspaper subscription. If that's also continued, then they have half the morning each day filled up reading the newspaper. They have the weekly hairdressing appointment as a lovely time out, and then they have their feet done by the chiropodist, so they're comfortable with walking. So they're all set up to be able to have and be settled in the dementia unit. So these are the ways of being able to bring about and make the life much more settled for a person in a dementia unit. I mean, really the best way of looking at it is to just look at the appointments that the person had before they went into the dementia facility. Really, I mean, that's what made them comfortable, safe and happy before coming into the dementia unit. Continuing those same activities, even for example with the newspaper. They're still getting the newspaper, but they're not reading it as much. Maybe they're just reading the headlines or the front page rather than the whole newspaper as they used to. Never mind, still continue it, because it's good for their cognition, for their reading capacity, for keeping up whatever skill or level of reading cognition that they've got. All these things go a long way, and also fills in the time in a constructive way. It's a long time sitting from 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning to 7 or 8 at night in one dementia unit all day, and they need to fill the time constructively so as they don't get depressed, and also to help with quality of life. So the newspaper really helps. The hairdressing appointment helps because it beautifies, and in the eyes of these ladies of that age, whatever hairstyle it is that they like, usually the bouffant curled hair set type, and the other ladies like it, and you get, you know, praise from the other residents and the staff about how wonderful you look. Often the hairdressers put on lipstick, or you take lipstick with you, and it's good for self-respect. It's good for being part of the crowd, for looking nice. All of this goes a long way actually in dementia units, because they are, contrary to popular opinion, fashion conscious places. Everyone, staff included, likes to see the ladies look nice and be dressed well. I mean, just for appearance's sake, it's nice when people are dressed well and looking nice. You tend to be treated more fairly when you're respectably dressed and you look, well kept rather than unkempt. So in that way, it is important that all these things get routinely put in place. Similarly to the chiropodist, every 6 weeks. Often there's a chiropodist that comes to the village, so click in with those appointments. You don't necessarily have to go out for a special appointment outside the unit for a chiropodist visit, which you would have to do for the dentist, for example, or for prescription glasses, or for getting the hearing aids checked. But chiropodists come in, so that makes it a lot more handy for relatives to get that regular appointment. So hairdressing, chiropodist, and the doctor, they're the regular visits that are on site at villages, so they're all set up. But still, there's a lot to do for the power of attorney support person for the dementia resident in terms of keeping up these regular subscriptions, making sure that things are in place, you know, having the appointment set up for glasses and hearing aids, and the shoes. You're getting the shoes. I mean, there's always something, isn't there? It is a lot of work actually. It really is. It's so much more than what people think. To keep someone in a dementia unit comfortable, well-resourced, with everything that they need to manage is a lot more than what people think, oh, the person's gone into care now, so they're looked after, you don't need to do much after this point once they've entered the dementia unit. But you do. There is still so much to do to be able to maintain all these really important aspects so that the person can have a quality of life and also be as independent as practically possible with their shoes, etc., and their glasses and their hearing aids, so that they can manage in these very demanding places. Dementia units are not easy to live in. It's very demanding and difficult. And if they've got problems with hearing and feet and, they haven't got anything to read or to do, but just becomes too difficult. Whereas if they can see what's happening, if they can hear what's happening with good hearing aids, if their feet are all sorted in good shoes so they can walk to and from their room and have a rest when they need it, on their bed to get some respite, all these things give them that chance of being able to manage in a dementia unit and manage well. And they can manage well when they are set up and supported in these ways. They can manage well and have a quality of life for 5-6 years or however long they're likely to be there. So it's nice if the jobs are shared out amongst the family, especially for the big appointments like the shoes and the hearing aids and the glasses. They're big appointments, a lot of organisation with those. So it's good if other friends and family can help out with that rather than it being left just to the one person. But at least for the hairdresser, yes, the hairdresser, they can just go off. Often it's the very busy hairdresser that comes to pick them up, and the dementia units are always at the periphery of the retirement village, so it's always a long way to come and get them. It's a big job for those hairdressers. So if you're at the unit actually visiting and the hairdressing appointments coming up, it would be a great help if you can wheel over mum to the hairdressing appointment, or likewise when she's finished, wheel her back from the appointment to the unit. Any little bits of help like that, practical help, always goes a long way in dementia units where everyone's so busy trying to get everything done. Or grandchildren can help, anyone can help, friends and family in these ways. So I've written these 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit, about all these techniques, all these things you need to know, appointments and, techniques and aspects and attitudes, and it's education, isn't it? Upskilling and being educated in dementia at large and all the things that are involved to be able to help your parent, family member adjust, settle and hopefully have a better quality of life in a dementia unit, that being the whole purpose of this work. So thank you for your support. Thank you for all these looks and likes on TikTok especially. This is very exciting, I have to say. It's really going ahead now, and which is fantastic. This life work is coming to fruition at last. Not just from me, but from many people have helped get this work to this level. There's been a lot of effort, a lot of help, a lot of support, positive, wonderful support to get to this point with both books in particular, and now putting this information out in these YouTube videos. So it's wonderful that it's having that support. Thank you.